We're going to strike because the waters are rising.
Fuck you.
We're going to strike because our people are dying.
People die every day.
We're going to strike for life and everything we love.
Fuck you.
We're going to strike for you. Will you strike with us? Say it with me. We're gonna strike cause the waters are rising. We're gonna strike cause the people are dying. We're gonna strike for life and everything we love. We're gonna strike for you. Will you strike for us? We're gonna strike for you. Will you strike for us? We're gonna strike cause the waters are rising. Join me. We're gonna strike cause the people are dying. We're gonna strike for life and everything we love. We're gonna strike for you. Will you strike for us? We're gonna strike for you. Will we strike for us? We're gonna strike cause the waters are rising. We're gonna strike cause the people are dying. We're gonna strike for life and everything we love. We're gonna strike for you. Will you strike for us? We're gonna strike for you. Will you strike for us? We're gonna strike cause the waters are rising. We're gonna strike cause the people are dying. We're gonna strike for life and everything we love. We're gonna strike for you. Will you strike for us? We're gonna strike for you. Will you strike for us? We're gonna strike for you. Will you strike for us? We're gonna strike for you. Will you strike for us?
Hi everyone, welcome. Thank you for joining us today. I just wanted to say a few words to give context to why we're here and what we're doing. A little over a year ago, a brave girl by the name of Greta Thunberg, then 15, woo, let's hear it for Greta. Then just 15 years old, Greta decided to strike from school and stand outside the Swedish parliament in order to draw attention to the fact that the planet is dying. She was concerned for her future and said, why bother learning about math when there's not going to be a planet to practice it in if we don't do something now? Her brave actions brought people together in a way that has never happened before around this issue, and students around the world began striking on Fridays. And today, adults, youth, people of all ages joined together in solidarity with this movement around the globe in over 1,000 strikes happening today in support of urgent climate action now. And so we strike here today, not just as citizens of New Hampshire, not just as members of this particular strike in Keene, New Hampshire, but as people connected to other people across the globe who stand in solidarity in a similar way as we do. And at 4 o'clock, we are going to have a moment of silence in solidarity with them as other strikes around the country also stop and have a moment of silence. And Katie, our wonderful MC, will lead us through that. So thank you so much for being here and for coming.
So we're going to have a few speakers who we've asked to come and share. They'll come and speak for a little bit. But the most of this time, we are going to open up the mic for you, because we want to hear from you about why you're here today. And specifically, since this is a youth-led movement, we really want to hear from the youth. Why are you here? Why do you care about the earth? Why do you care about climate change? And so put that little nugget in the back of your head. We'll have you come up here in a bit, and I'll tell you when that moment is. It's not quite yet, but we want to hear from you, and certainly youth of all ages. But first, our first speaker is Caitlin. She is one of the leaders of the Keene State global climate strike from earlier today.
Cool. Hi guys, so my name is Caitlin and I am a senior over at Keene State College and I'm also a member of Sunrise Movement New Hampshire. So to thanks. So to start off, I'm just going to talk about a few bills that were recently placed on Sununu's desk and about just clean energy in the state of New Hampshire, and I just kind of want to give you the results of what happened there. So Governor Sununu set a record for vetoing bills this session at a high number of 55, all clean energy bills. Yeah, yes, boo. He wasted many thousands of hours of hard work by advocates, legislators, and volunteers who want a better life for our families, school districts, and municipalities. It's distressing to think about his vetoes of a minimum wage bill, a paid family leave bill, and so many more important ones. But most of all, it is frightening that even though the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change told us that last fall we have 11 years to transition off of fossil fuels if we want to avoid the worst impacts of the climate crisis. Our governor just wasted one of those years with his vetoes of critical energy bills that have the potential to transform New Hampshire's energy future. The American Council for an Energy Efficient Economy ranks each state for energy efficiency. Massachusetts ranks number 1, Rhode Island is number 3, Vermont at 4, Connecticut at 5, and New Hampshire ranks 21. Yeah. Yes. The situation with installed solar panels is equally disappointing. Massachusetts boasts 5,407 megawatts, while New Hampshire only has 80 megawatts, which is over a 2,000 difference. New Hampshire shares many of the same utilities that do businesses in Massachusetts, Rhode Island, and Connecticut. So we know that the technology and working models are readily available and are successful. The blame for our poor showing rests squarely on the absence of leadership. Governor Sununu says he supports renewable energy and energy efficiency, but the reality is that he is doing everything in his power to hobble the emerging clean energy industry, and this is literally no exaggeration. This summer, the governor vetoed 5 especially good bills that together would have made meaningful progress toward a renewable energy future for New Hampshire. And this week, extremist climate-denying legislators in the State House, lacking knowledge, wisdom, and will, upheld all 5 of the vetoes. One of the bills that was killed this week would have expanded net metering. HB 365 would have allowed businesses, towns, and school districts that want to generate their own power to qualify for net metering, which is selling their excess energy production back to the electric grid, for renewable energy products up to 5 megawatts in size. Right now, the limit is 1. HB 365 would have allowed New Hampshire schools and towns in particular to make great progress on renewable energy. Sadly, our Republican representatives were intimidated by threats from the governor and elsewhere that they support the vetoes or else. 21 brave legislators crossed the aisle to support HB 365 anyway, and we thank them sincerely. The legislators who, yes. The legislators who supported the vetoes of these good energy bills are not representing you and me. They are willfully obstructing our efforts to mobilize for a livable future for our children. What they don't realize as they're celebrating their victories this week is that you and I will vote all of them and Governor Sununu out of office in 2020. The young people of New Hampshire and the world ask what they can do, and here are a few suggestions. Please stay active. Next week, attend a work session in Concord on carbon bill pricing, where we hear local and national experts talk about innovations that can shift us away from fossil fuels to renewable carbon-free energy. And there are flyers on that if you're interested. And learn about and get involved with the great renewable energy programs in towns and cities across the state. Build relationships with others to join the fight against the climate crisis, because together we are stronger than we are divided. Write or call your legislators about important energy bills in 2020. When you're eligible, please register to vote. And if you can, run for office yourself. To change everything, we need everyone. And that means you too. Thank you.
5 reasons as to why